It's Friday. We're gonna talk about what's sold. Yeah, it's Friday. I hope you sold something too. Yes, I really, really do. It's Friday. Hi, I'm already laughing at myself because this is take two because I'm a weirdo. Anyway, it's Friday. We're going to talk about what sold for me this week on eBay. I had some really good sales. Things were really nice and steady. And then it was kind of strange because we did have that day off from mail. So I got a day off of shipping, which was kind of nice. But anyway, as you know, I'm going to tell you how much I paid for the item, how much it sold for, how much the net profit is in my pocket after we back out the fees, and then how long it took to sell that item. And this is so we can all decide if these are things that we want to look for to sell on our eBay stores. So let's go. First one is a hero find. This is a Mecklenburg Duncan Pro Level, digital level, neat little thing. Got it for just $3. It sold for $39, and that gave me $29.52, and that took 1 month to sell. Right, remember this one here? This is the Child of Prague. And I don't know if you heard that. Winslow just did a huge yawn. I'm boring him, but stay with me. Child of Prague. Got it for $2 at a yard sale. It sold for $25, and that gave me $18.44, and that took 2 weeks to sell. Okay, this was nice. I just picked it up recently. You might remember seeing it. This is the Canon PowerShot A1100 IS camera. I got this one for $10. It sold for $85, and that gave me $62.65, and that one just took a week to sell. All right, this was a beautiful Mexican mirror with that tin and the tile. Oh, gorgeous. Now this one, sorry, no, my brain's reflecting on, we packaged this thing up really good. So I was proud of us for that one. We had all kinds of good things going on in that box. So anyway, I got this one for just 93 cents. And I just lost my place. It sold for $40, and that gave me $31.53, and it took 4 months to sell. Okay, Roseville Pottery. Love it. I got this pot and saucer, beautiful condition, for $5.48. It sold for $140, and that gave me a profit of $103.24, and that one took 2 weeks to sell. The numbers are a little weird there because I pitched in, this gal, she asked for some upgraded shipping. Sure, why not? We got that in our negotiation. I split the upgraded shipping with her, so I did, yeah, so it's not exactly the right percentage on there because I backed out that shipping as well. Anyway, back on track. Space bags. Why? I don't know, but last year space bags sold really well. I kept picking them up for cheap and selling them. But this one was my straggler, and it hung on for a while. We got it for $3.50. It sold for $16, and that gave me $9.82, and it took 10 months for those to go. So I don't know, if I get them for $1, they're brand new, I probably will buy them, but still not as good as they used to be. All right, now this was a beautiful handmade quilt. The pattern is called an Amish bear paw. And this quilt I got for 93 cents. That sounds familiar because I got it at the same sale where I got that Mexican mirror. Basically, I had a pile, we made a deal, so I just divided the amount I spent by the number of items I got, and everything was only 93 cents, so that was great. This quilt sold for $40, and that gave me a profit of $32.15, and it took 12 days to sell. That is it. Okay, another camera. This is the Olympus Pen EPL1 12.3 millimeter. I had the camera, the strap, and the charger for this one. It was in great shape. I got it for just $2, sold for $150, and that gave me $126.94, and that took 6 weeks to sell. All right, here we go with a little kid's golf bag. This is not a full-size golf bag. I don't want to ship a full-size golf bag, but I will ship a small one, which it still was about this big, so it's a little arduous, but happened to have the perfect box, which was great. I picked this up for $6.50. It sold for $40, which gave me $25.70, and that only took 2 months to go. It was in really nice shape. I hope the kiddo that got it is happy with it. All right, this binder here, this is the Encyclopedia of Cooking. It was a binder with all these little cookbooks in it. It was from, I want to say it was either from the 50s or the 60s. It was a really cool find. I picked this up for $3. It sold for $23, and that gave me $15.45, and that took 2 months to sell. All right, I love glasses. These are Smith Optics. This style was called the Parallel D. It was a pair of sunglasses with extra lenses in different colors that you could change out. Very nice condition with the case and everything. So I actually picked these up at a yard sale for just $1, and they sold for $70, giving me $58.99, and that just took 1 day. So I'm so glad I picked those up. That was a good find. All right, now this, it's kind of hard to tell in the picture, but this is a bundle of feathers. They're for fly tying. And yeah, I got a whole box of them for $3, and I sold a couple of the pieces from there already for good money, and then the rest of it sold for $40. So I'm $3 in, and they sold for $40. That gave me a profit of $30.24, and that took 5 weeks to sell. My hero just popped in. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Come say hi. He's doing some serious chores around the house today. He's wearing his high visibility shirt.
Can you see me?
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Thank you. All right, where was I? The next one, this is an ice bucket, and it had a polo and equestrian theme. It had some polo sticks on the side, that horse on the top. Really interesting, and it was a vintage piece. I got it for $4.37, and that sold for $30. Gave me $12. That's not right. That can't be right. Sorry, I charged $12 for shipping. That's why that number popped into my mind. But my profit was $20.17, and that just took 2 months to sell. I guess my hero got me all flustered. There he is again. All right, moving on. Oh, this is a really cool lot of German wood toys. Very vintage. I would be guessing on the age of them, probably 1940s, 1930s. Everything was flat. They stood on these little stands, but a lot of them were broken. These are worth a lot of money if they're in good shape, but a lot of my pieces were broken. So I just closed all of that. I ended up accepting an offer on it. I spent $10 on them, but they did sell still, even with their condition issues, for $52, and that gave me $33.68, and it only took 13 days for that to sell. Okay, another dustpan. I like these dustpans. Oh, it's a hero find. And this one we got for just $1. It sold for $23, and that gave me $17.71, and that took 2 weeks to sell. I can hear my hero just outside the door here with the tape gun. He is boxing up the very last item we're going to see here, so I won't spoil it. I won't spoil the surprise. All right, now these placemats, these are they're vintage 90s Crate and Barrel. I got them for $2.42, and they sold for $22, and that gave me $16.10 in my pocket, and those took 10 months to sell. That's a kind of an experiment, so I'm going to try to sell these. And I did. And I had not a huge profit, but they sold, so that's fine. All right, now this was something else I tried recently that was a new to me thing to try. But I saw this at an estate sale, completely sealed. It's a Sammy icing for hair. It was like hair mousse, totally sealed, hadn't expired. So I picked it up for $4.50, and it sure did sell pretty quickly for $36, giving me $26.10, and it was just a month for that one to go. So gosh, if I see things that are sealed, yeah, I will definitely look at that again. All right, now this is an art tile. The art on it is by R.C. Gorman, and I paid $3.50 for it. The brand name that makes the tiles is Art Co. It'll be stamped that on the back. And I've done well with these in the past, and R.C. Gorman has a really big following. My parents actually collect his art, so I grew up looking at it, and it always catches my eye. So, yeah, I spent $3.50 on it, sold for $20, and that gave me $13. That one took 10 months to sell. Okay, now hopefully you remember this guy, because when I picked it up, I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I got it all figured out. what it is, it's a vintage bronze quail, and you open its back and it had little vent holes. It's an incense burner. So you put your incense cone inside and burn it, and the scent comes out the little holes in its back. Oh, it was really neat. This one, I paid $6.58 for it, and it sold for $75. So I'm glad I went with my gut. I knew it was going to be something good. And that gave me $57.57, and it took 2 months for that one to go. All right, this was another recent find. This is, it was kind of small. It was only about 7.5 inches. It's a vintage Sunbeam plastic wall clock. Worked great. It was a little battery operated job. Got it for $4.50. It sold for $25, and that gave me $16.14, and it took only a week for that one to sell. Had a good feeling about that one too, and I'm glad it went quickly. All right, this one, next one. Oh, hey, I'm wearing the right shirt to talk about this shirt that's sold. This is a vintage Jerry Garcia tee. Yeah, and this is a Grateful Dead shirt in case you didn't know. But anyway, I'm a big Jerry fan, so of course I wanted to buy this shirt. It was very cool, and it was in great shape. Single stitch. This one, let's see, I paid $13 for it, and it sold for $95, and that gave me $68.74 in profit, and that one took 6 months to sell. Okay, now, this is, I'm sorry, when you see me do that, it's because I've lost my place. Maybe I've lost my mind. But it was a pretty small whale, carved whale. It was made out of onyx, heavy. I paid $2 for it. It sold for $17, and that gave me $11.89, and that took 6 weeks to go. All right, you might recall this shirt. This is a shirt that I thought I had purchased for myself, and a stranger in the closet I was in told me it was going to look great on me, so I bought it, and it looked terrible on me. This is going to be great for the gal that bought it. It's from Chico's. I paid $4.43 for it, and it sold for $18. I accepted an offer because I want to give somebody a deal on it. I hope it works for her. I really do. And it gave me $10.33, and it took 2 weeks to sell. All right. Total recall. Last summer, I wanted to experiment with some VHS purchasing. So I bought some sealed VHS tapes, vintage, for $1 each. And this one, let's see, it sold for $15. That gave me $11.40, and it took 8 months for that to sell. That's fine. It sold. I am excited about this one though. It's an iridescent reversible rain cloak. It was really long, maxi, and it had a matching tote bag. The brand is called Micro Pack. So one size fits all kind of deal. I got this coat for just $4.43 and had a great feeling about it. And I was right, because it did sell for $90, and that gave me $72.76, and it took 2 weeks to sell. I remember my hero, he said, wow, I'm surprised at that price. And I said, I'm not. I knew that was going to be good. Trust that gut. Okay, next up here is a tablecloth. The brand is April Cornell. Beautiful floral, 100% cotton. It was vintage from the 90s. And that one I got for $3. It sold for $35. And that gave me $26.14. And that took 6 months to go. All right, Hero's back in the room. He's weighing and measuring our package to go out today. Thank you for doing that. I love you.
Listen to this.
Oh, I don't hear anything. That's what you want to hear, or not hear with the box. All right, so next up, this was interesting. Again, something new to try. This is I don't know for sure how to say this brand, but it was Koh-i-Noor. It was an electric eraser for drafts people and architects and folks like that. Anyway, I paid, how much did I pay for that? I paid $3.77. It sold for $32, and that gave me $22.77, and that took 1 month to sell. I am pleased that went. All right, now this is something I got out of a free box at a yard sale. The brand is called Alpha, and they are tie hanging racks, and you could pull them out. It's a gliding rack. Got them for free. They sold for $20, and that gave me $16.10, and those just took 6 weeks to go. And I have to say, I made the worst Frankenbox I've ever made for those things.
Wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad? Okay, thank you. But it worked. It got the job done. All right, this jacket here, this is a vintage, not only Ralph Lauren, but it was actually Polo Country. And if you see that brand on the tag there, definitely check it out because Polo Country stuff does really well. This was kind of a safari rain jacket with the hood. It's very nice. I did pay up a little bit for it. It was $12, but I ended up getting $78 for it, which gave me $54.76. And that was just under a year for that one to go. So I'm pleased that it finally has gone. Yeah, when I spend over $10 for a piece of clothes, that makes me nervous when it takes a while. All right, now this is what Jonathan just boxed up. This was a vintage Keen Big Eyes art. This was a print, and the prints sell really well. It's in a really neat vintage frame, just perfect for the time of the Keen art. Gosh, and if you haven't seen that movie, it's called Big Eyes. It's really fascinating. Her husband actually took the credit for her. She was the artist. And then, yeah, he, told her basically, you're not going to get anywhere being a woman, so I'm going to sell it under my name. And he sure did. And then she said, not having any more of that. And she got her name back on the art, got full credit. Anyway, this is a print of hers. It's actually called Watching. It's a little girl and a cat, and they're kind of looking over a fence. I paid just $5 for it, and it sold for $40, and that gave me a profit. No, that didn't. I'm looking at the wrong thing. It sold for $45, and that gave me $32.33, and it took 2 months for that one to go. And I just picked up another one recently that I need to get listed. It's a little bigger, so I'm kind of nervous about shipping it, but it's going to be fine, I think. All right, now over on the Poshmark, yay! I did sell a pair of pants. These are Long Tall Sally, brand new, old stock. It was a pair of navy blue dress pants. I got them for $5. They sold for $40. So my profit on those was $27, and it only took 2 days for those to sell. Okay, and the last item is, a beautiful Eileen Fisher black silk. It was a layered chiffon kind of flowy skirt situation. I paid $4.69 for it. It sold for $40, and that gave me $27.31, and that one took 2 months to sell. So that's it. That's all we're going to talk about today. I tried to get through it quickly because your time is important. Gosh, we could all be doing something other than just listening to me, I guess. So, but let me know in the comments, what was your favorite thing that went out this week? Or if you've sold something similar to something, I don't know, give me a comment about something. I would love to hear from you. And I hope you have a great weekend. It's 100 degrees outside right now. And it's supposed to be real hot here this weekend. So I don't know how many yard sales I'm going to feel like hitting, but I hope you can get out and hit some sales. Buy something good, get it listed, get it sold. I'm going to see you on Monday. We're going to have kind of a short sourcing video on Monday. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.